During the period of major industrial change, the methods of transport also changed greatly. Historians and economists agree that any industrializing society needs to have an effective transport network to enable the movement of heavy products and materials around in order to open up access to raw materials, reduce the price of these materials, and the resulting goods, break down local monopolies caused by poor transport networks, and allow for an integrated economy where regions of the country could specialize.
Agricultural industries. The majority of Filipinos were farmers or live in rural areas in the 1900s. Their farms were typically varied, meaning they produce a range of crops and animal species living on the same land in complementary ways. Farmers had a broad range of skills and were free to choose how to care for their crops and livestock. Most of the time, animals were raised with access to the outdoors. On the farm, labor from humans or animals completed the majority of the work. The industrializations of agriculture greatly changed how the great majority of food is produced in our country and many other countries across the world, even if situations similar to them still exist. As time goes by, specialized farmers focus all their knowledge, skills, and equipment on one or two enterprises, such as growing corn and peanuts or fattening beef cattle. Over the course of industrialization, specialization was applied to nearly all facets of food production. As a result, less human and animal labor was required for everyday tasks like planting seeds, gathering crops, milking cows, and feeding and killing animals. Sometimes, mechanizations resulted in extremely high levels of efficiency. Then chemical pesticides and synthetic fertilizers are introduced, two innovations that have come to define industrial agricultural productions.
We humans have a very long history of fishing according to archaeological evidence. Early modern humans were going to the beach to catch and sell fish for dinner more than 160,000 years ago. Around 40,000 years ago is when people started going to the sea and fishing with hooks and complex gear, but where most fishing then was to feed the family or to sell locally. The scale of fishing today spanning all oceans is unprecedented. Before the standardization in the 1950s, the design of fishing vessels varied from region to region. Traditional vessels were made up of wood, but due to high maintenance costs and smaller life they had gone obsolete, and other safer and durable materials are now in use for the production of fishing vessels.
Commercial fishing vessels or industrial fishing vessels are vessels that are employed for catching fish and other seafood, generally from wild fisheries for commercial profit. These vessels are designed to maximize their catch in the shortest amount of time. The commercial value in the Philippines was estimated 72 billion Philippine pesos in the year 2022.
Commercial fishing is a fishing operation that catches fish and other types of seafood for commercial profit.
Besides, overfishing has significantly affected marine life, hurt vulnerable populations, and damaged sensitive ecosystems. Thus, proactive improvements can turn into commercial fishing, into sustainable industry that does not harm the environment.